product. Dave Normando is Senior Director of Sales for Precisely. Over the last 14 years, he's held various roles in software sales, business development, and technology alliances. In January, he relocated from Boston to Brisbane, which will explain why he sounds just a little bit different to us, to lead sales of the Precisely Data Integrity Suite to banking and financial services accounts in Australia and New Zealand. Together, they're going to be sharing a business-first approach to building data governance programs. Please welcome Esther and Dave.
All right, thank you very much. First of all, Sam Bloom, that was incredibly inspirational. What a testament to resilience, and I think we can all obviously learn from that. This session we're going to talk about is a business-first approach to data governance. But before Esther comes up to talk about that topic, I'd just like to spend a couple minutes talking about integrity. So when you think about integrity, I want you to kind of think about it around three areas. A person, so people in your life that you feel have a high level of integrity. A product or a brand, right? So we all have brands that we trust. When we're in Woolies or Bunnings, we see that brand. I'm going to buy that particular brand. I trust that brand. And a source of could be information and something that we make decisions on. What sources do we rely on and we feel have a high level of integrity? Now, as Helen mentioned, I just recently relocated here from Boston. I now live in Brisbane. Relocated 3 months ago, and when I was thinking about people, my mindset went right to the New England Patriots. So I'm not going to get up here and talk about American football, but Tom Brady, he's a bit of a legend around the Boston area and in the U.S. And I thought of him as a person of high integrity. 20-year career with the New England Patriots, won 7 Super Bowls, now plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, won a Super Bowl with them, and just a great person. But there was that incident of Deflategate where he got accused of cheating. So I was thinking probably not the best example to give to this audience around a person of integrity. So I asked my wife, Amanda, she's Australian. What Australian athlete would you think of when you think of the word integrity? And she immediately said, Don Bradman. Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know who Don Bradman was. A little embarrassed about that after I found out. So I did a little bit of research, Googled Don Bradman, and the greatest cricket player of all time. He played in the 30s and 40s. He had incredible statistics around batting. He was an incredible representation of Australia globally. In 52 international matches, test matches, his batting average is 99.94. Now I think Tom Brady's pretty great with his 7 Super Bowls, but that batting average of Don Bradman, 99.94, will never be broken. It's a record that kind of exceeds just the sport of cricket. It's an incredible record of all sports. So again, Don Bradman, consistency was the hallmark of his career, and then even after his career, he represented Australia globally. He promoted cricket internationally. He was a big administrator of the sport, and gave a lot back to the sport of cricket. So again, Don Bradman, integrity. Thinking about brands. So Tim Tams. It's a tough transition, but anyways, bear with me. There's still makes sense. So. When I think about, Tim Tam, chocolate covered biscuit, literally my favorite cookie. So in the US, you can't get Tim Tams. So over the years, friends and family would send them over during the holidays and such, and I really grow to really love Tim Tams. And particularly, not all Tim Tams are the same, right? It's not all chocolate covered biscuits are the same. Tim Tams are unique, and they're by, the company Arnott's, right? A very respected brand here in Australia and globally. The one catch with Tim Tams is over the years, I developed a sensitivity to wheat. So I'm sure there's others in the audience that have, food allergies. Mine happens to be to gluten. So when I travel, especially go to conferences like this, the food I eat, is very, very particular. I got to really watch what I eat. Otherwise, it could be the difference between a very good day and a very, very bad day. So I'm always looking at the labels. So the integrity of this label, the accuracy of the label of the product is very important to me and anybody with a food allergy. Now, that's a lot of reading, right? You know, if you go down the aisles of Woolies, you know, Tim Tams, I mean, Arnott's has like the whole aisle. So I can't flip over every product and read every label. It'd take me 8 hours to shop. So I really rely on that brand, Arnott's, that trusted brand, that they have a high level of integrity, and I know that that information on that label is going to be accurate. The third area is source. It's the integrity of the source of the information we consume and make important business decisions on. Now, as I said, I recently moved here from Boston to Brisbane. I arrived in late January, and immediately my wife and Amanda started looking for a house to buy. And I don't know if you recall, but not long ago, like the market was crazy in Australia and all the major cities. Prices were still going up. We were going to auctions, and there'd be 100, 150 people there. I think we lost out on 4 or 5 different auctions and started getting a little frustrated. And then, of course, the economy, you know, there's talk about interest rates starting to go up. Things started to cool off. So we kind of like felt like, you know, we're kind of in this kind of in-between area. Should we buy? Should we not buy? There's that fear of missing out. And when we talked to the realtors, they were like, no, you got to buy right now. So again, the point I'm trying to make here is that the source, the integrity of the source of the information that we're making business and personal decisions on really matters. You know, is it a post on Facebook from someone you don't know, or is it from a trusted source like you know, Australia Financial Review, or a very, you know, trusted advisor? So we're at the CDO Summit, right? And really we're here talking about data. And so what I'm really talking about is data integrity. So it's thinking about the accuracy, the consistency, and the context of the data that you're making these decisions on. So with that in mind, I'm going to call up Esther, and Esther's going to talk about how to build a business-first data governance approach to deliver data integrity. There you go.
Thanks, Dave.